All right, so I'm going to try to keep this as short and as sweet as I possibly can, because at the end of the day, I'm just another old guy talking to a phone, all right? But here's what it is, okay? I personally think that everyone who is literally just in middle class and below, especially poor people, we are fucked. We are so fucked. I'm going to tell you why, okay? Everyone know that the big beautiful bill fucking passed, okay? So there's that. How it's going to affect poor people. They're going to get rid of Medicaid for the able-bodied people. They're going to get rid of food stamps for the able-bodied people. You know and I know, because how the government works, there's going to be certain individuals that are not able-bodied but have the same name as an able-bodied person, and their stuff is going to get messed with. Okay? And yes, they're probably going to get it back, but not after like a month or two of trying and showing and proving that, no, I'm actually 58, not 28. So there's that. Two, it's going to cause a poor on poor civil war, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, you have young cats already out there robbing people now while they're on SNAP, while they receive food stamps, and while their housing is paid for, and they're still taking money from people wherever they can. What do you think is going to happen when they stop getting their benefits? They're going to start robbing the people that do get their benefits. And I'm privy to this as well, because like last month, there was a $66 million fucking SNAP fraud. And I was caught up in that. So for literally about 18 days until they refunded me back just the $87 in cash, I had no food. Okay? And I know what you're gonna sit there and say and look at me like, well, you could do without food, fatty. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? We all need to eat. At the end of the day, we all need to eat. The fact of the matter is that like people that are receiving those benefits are now going to be the new targets of the people that don't receive benefits. And let's keep this in mind again. They're able-bodied, and they're going to be attacking people that aren't able-bodied. Like, if I went outside right now and 4 kids wanted to fucking jump me, I couldn't do a damn thing because my back is so shot. Like, and I'm a big dude. And I couldn't do nothing because I've worked most of my life for companies that tossed me aside once I couldn't move anymore, which we're going to get to that next too. So employment, okay? People usually don't want to employ people that look shaggy. Doesn't matter where they're trying to work at, McDonald's, whatever. They're not trying to like hire anybody that looks shaggy, okay? They're not gonna, if you look skeezy, if you look this or that, the other, they're just gonna leave you the fuck alone, leave you to die. And that's bullshit, okay? The second thing is that like people who actually go to college to obtain a better way of, you know, making money and actually getting a career and starting their career, they're also screwed, because not only are they not able to like pay back their student loans now, but God forbid if they're default on their student loans, now they're going to have their payments garnished from what they already are struggling with, because 2/3 of their income is going to fucking housing, and the rest of it's going to food, hygiene, and transportation. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. All right? So there's that, okay? And then on top of that, it's like you're literally going to kill off people, like in a way that like I don't think people understand. It's like the people that are making the decisions have never gone a day without having their luxuries, let alone not having their basic needs met. And they're making decisions on people who are already not having their basic needs met. Like, I kind of looked at some numbers earlier today, and I saw that out of the entire US population, there is almost 800,000 people who are homeless, okay? A lot of them have mental issues, a lot of them have drug issues, that's fine. I also looked to see how many available housing options or housing units there are. There's 3 million. So technically, we shouldn't be having a homeless issue. And I know what some of you are gonna say. It's like, well, they're addicted to drugs and whatnot. But here's the whole thing, right? If life keeps hitting you hard to the fact that like nothing else you do seems to work, yeah, people are going to go to drugs and alcohol. Like, there was a guy who did a test with rats, and he put like 2 rats in one cell that had like everything they need, food, places to play around, water, the whole deal, and they had like, a vial for water, a vial for drugs. Then they had another cage where pretty much there was no real room to play around. The food was kind of scarce whenever they, kind of fed them, which, it's kind of horrible, but whatever. And there was another, 2 little things, a water dish and a drug dish. The rats in the cell that had pretty much nothing kept going to the little drug tube. Okay? The rats that had everything that they need barely touched the drug tube. They didn't touch it at all. We're still animals. We're going to respond the same way. If we can't feel good through our actions, if we can't feel good through work, if we can't feel good through legitimacy of having a relationship, if we can't feel good through just having a place in society, then yeah, people are going to gravitate towards something that makes them feel good. And especially, like, I don't know how many people that are going to review this that have actually ever been homeless, but being homeless sucks. Okay, especially if you wasn't into drugs and alcohol and you just had like one big tragic thing happen to your family and was left alone. All right, like, they wake you up 3 times a night, at midnight, at 2, and at 4, to see if you're still in your bed. Okay, and we've done numerous studies showing in the past 10 years that getting a solid 8-hour sleep is more beneficial to your health than drinking water. All right? So there's that. The constant decay of the shelters because people just kind of forget about the homeless. Like, it's like once you have that title put on your name, you're no longer a person. Kind of reminds me of the Stanford Experiment. If you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. Go watch it. It was a 1970s college psychology test that went very wrong very quickly. And the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of people who think that they're safe, they're gonna be homeless soon. So you guys need to buckle up, because if you think life's hard now, oh baby, you don't even know.